Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with some Season 4 action from the Cabal Vision Champion Cup playoffs. We are going to be covering the quarterfinals. And as you saw from the last bit, we did see the brainless chaos of Jimmy Fantastic Chaos Team taking out the Bretonian team, Buckets. And now we will be watching who is going to be winning between the Wood Elf team taking on the High Elf team. I'm not even sure who's going to be taking this. Wood Elf team does have a high team value over the High Elves, and so loads of inducements are going to go the way of this High Elf team, and that could be the difference. We'll see, though. We will definitely wait and see. Later on in the weekend, we'll see Muldrifters Rats take on Lothral's Superstars Disa, the Lizard team, and then Ascalophos, the Dark Elf, will take on the Band Bus Replacement Service of Shawnee. So now we will go into the replay, and we're going to see what all transpired between the Wood Elf and the High Elf team match. Let's go and take a look-see. Alright, replay is going to begin, and we're going to see a really exciting match today. I'll tell you what, the Wood Elf team needs no real introduction. EnarionBB2, he is a gunslinger, a wily rabbit, as it were, because he can definitely whip things out of the hat. Heck, he might even be a magician almost, really, when you think about it even more. But he will have to take on the High Elf team of Coldy. But yes, EnarionBB2, the Wood Elf team, Saviours of Athel, Loren, will be taking on this High Elf team, coached by Coldy, the Hawky, Hawkings. And looks like we are going to see a star player for the High Elf team. Not one, but two star players. Ooh, let's go and see what they're going to be all about in just a moment. But first, the coin flip from the referee. And let's make sure that he has his glasses on. And this should be a fairly clean match. Not too many fouls are going to be caused normally between two Elven teams, because both of the pieces are pretty highly valued. So not going to see too many fouls usually. But this High Elf team with a couple of star players to come in, and does have a couple of loner players, because they don't exactly have a full complement. They actually have 10 coming into this match, so one loner player for sure, and I think another loner player is going to be coming in for replacement for someone else that did get out in the last bit. And the Wood Elf team does also have one to come in for reserves. Not normally the thing here for the Wood Elf team to have too many extras, but definitely I think in any high TV match, you definitely want to have at least one on your bench. And now, let's take a look at the skills, and let's see who did win the coin toss. It is going to be the Wood Elf team, and that's going to be wondrous here, because he does have that +1 movement allowance, sure feet, and sprint catcher. And he's a huge threat to make a one-turn touchdown. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this High Elf team of Cody's. And already, as you can see on the inducements, it's going to be a wizard in hand along with the two star players. Oh boy, that's going to definitely come in handy. And this might be enough to maybe take this one away from Anarion's Wood Elf team. We'll see. But first, yes, it is going to be one star player there. Soren Hightower. He's going to come with the kickoff return, and he also going to have that fend, strong arm, sure hands pass with the safe throw as well. So you talk about a real live passer, well, that's it right there. And as you can see there, the High Elf team, I do believe at this time, is missing his main thrower, and this is the reason why he has Soren Hightower. Might as well take somebody that can huck the ball down pretty deep. And also going to have another star player, Mornion. And he does have that wrestle, block, dauntless, and the tackle ability. And honestly, the tackle with the 4 strength and 4 agility is going to come in extremely useful for today's match. I'll tell you what, especially that 4 strength with tackle. That's what he really wants on this football pitch, because as you can see, High Elf team, nobody really on this pitch with the tackle ability that can help take out Anarion's Wood Elf team, which has a lot of guys there with that dodge ability. So this High Elf team is going to be up against the wall, but these two star players with the wizard might just be enough, but we'll see here. We'll definitely have to wait and see. And now, the Wood Elf team needs no real introductions, but we're going to introduce him anyway. Tree Man with the pro and guard. You asked how good Pro is on a tree, man. Well, it's pretty darn good because he can reroll loads more times than normal. All he needs is a 50 plus, not a 50 plus, a 50% roll on the 1d6, and then he'll be able to re-roll his dice and not take away from the team re-rolls. He does also sport the block ability as well as the dodge and guard as well as the grab. So loads of SPP going away for this treatment, as well as having a +1 in agility thrower with the sure hands leader. And definitely going to have that dodge for him as well. And alignment there with the dodge and the wrestle. That's actually my favorite formation there. What I like to do with my Dark Elves, have wrestle and dodge even for at least the front couple of guys. Because not only are they going to be immune to that block and then also the defender stumbles without the tackle, that also means that they could dodge away pretty easily, and also a real menace for a ball hawk. You never know. They could come in there, get that both down die, and get the ball out. So it's all kinds of really useful abilities for just 2 skills. And that's kind of why I like going with it. And here's another useful here is block and dodge. More for the bashiness. You want to really get those guys down. Wrestle doesn't help you bash anybody, but definitely also going to be useful, and definitely going to be useful in the front line, and definitely against this high elf as well, with only one of the personnel here with that tackle ability. War Dancers are definitely going to be those staples for the Wood Elf team. Oblige with the leap and tackle, and Mighty Blow with the fend, and these are the things here for Enarion's War Dancers, and definitely going to be needed for the ladder, because a lot of the higher TV teams are going to have that Mighty Blow, that piling on, and in some cases Claw on the other side of the pitch. So definitely going to be useful. Well, I mean, Claw's not going to be useful against these War Dancers, but definitely the Mighty Blow piling on. You don't want to end up in the grasp of that threatening combination. Leap with the tackle, and sidestep with the fend, and strip ball for this War Dancer. And so kind of another reason why the high elf team really want to go for a star player with the sure hands ability to guard against that strip ball. As we've seen in the last Champions Cup, strip ball sometimes too strong. And now to shore up anything else, going to have a couple more catches here in the backfield. And this one here does have that block. This one's got the sure feet sprint and the sidestep. And then on the bench, yes, another lineman with the block ability. And so now we are going to be underway. Wood Elf team will be able to field this ball. And judging by the way that Enarion likes to play his Wood Elf team, he probably is going to score it pretty soon and go up 1-0. And the question has to remain, will the High Elf team get into a touchdown battle with the Wood Elf team? Will it become a 5-4 game or something crazy like that? Or will he just kind of hold back? Will he try to slow down the Wood Elves? Because that's exactly how Enarion likes to play. And truthfully, the way that the Wood Elf team is just masterfully maneuvered by Enarion's hands, it just seems like madness. But in the end, it's quite calculated madness. And as you see there, the time almost going out there on the kickoff. I guess a little bit nervous, thinking about his defensive formation, trying to think about how to serve his high elf team. And is going to line up his defensive lineman to the right of this formation and to the left of the offensive formation. And so the Wood Elf team is going to go and put the tree man right there in front. And as you see, the nice thing about doing this is that the linemen are going to be off to the side, and it does open up a lot of space. So if there's going to be a blitz on the kickoff, then he may be able to capitalize. Throw a rock, Avith Airbender is going to go down, and it's just going to be a stun though. Luckily that armor value holding up pretty strong, and the ball is going to be kicked short and also to the right. And the Wood Elf team is slightly out of position, and so if he flubs this pickup roll, back-to-back 2s or 1s, and don't forget, it is raining at this point, and so any pickup rolls, the ball is slippery. Pickup rolls, intercepts, or catches is going to be -1 to it, and so very dangerous for this Wood Elf team. And as you see, the ball is going to be there. Could get 1-9 here, and the High Elves may actually be able to recover this. They too have a lot of movement allowance and also that 4 agility. They're both elves, right? And so they can get into each other's backfields no problem. War Dancers, though, is going to go and blitz here on the left side. Clear out some space for his own guys, and then quite possibly run by with his catchers and get to the backfield and threaten the score in two, as per the norm for Enarion's Wood Elf team. Looks like, though, he's going to be sitting in here, put up a nice little left side screen, actually, and going to try this pickup roll. Oh, boy. 2+ on that pickup. Luckily, he does have the +1 in agility, so that will make a 2+ pickup instead of a 3+ pickup, even with 4 agility, but it's going to be 5 agility, so he's going to hang back, throw it, and that is going to be a 3+ catch. I'm very surprised that Enarion is still going for that high flying waves, especially in this rain. That could favor this high elf team, judging by the way that we know that Enarion likes to play, but still, so far, so good. And he will get the catcher down. Big hit, but just going to be a wrestle, I do believe, with that hit. And so he's going to go down along with the catcher to try to slow him down a little bit. And it appears that we're probably going to see a foul coming up. Hawkings will also sport a bribe for the match. And so Dirty Player High Elf going to go in, lay the boot in, and that's going to be the dangerous +1 in the movement allowance, sprint, sure feet. Ooh, just going to be a stun right there, but that doesn't get him out of the woods because Enarion does not have anyone else deep to field the ball, so he's definitely going to be staying on the field yet again, and that will mean the High Elf team will be able to get yet another foul on the +1 in movement allowance. So a small little positional error here done by Enarion, leaving his best catcher out there, especially facing off against a broad. You know he's going to try to foul someone, and it's going to be right there, that catcher. That's going to be the main target for right now. Doesn't want to get that one-turned touchdown on him. He's 12 movement allowance altogether, so just one little push, and that's all he needs, and that's quite elementary, my dear. Quite. Wood Elves will go and screen off here on the right side, as you see, and doesn't want the High Elves to blitz the backfield, so it appears that Enarion himself is going to slow down. Whoa, well, look at that. He will go and try to get based against this blitzer, and he will go and surround them up with the War Dancer and also the tree, so that he tries to stop any movement going forth towards the ball carrier. Looks like he will go and get the handoff. 2+ on that catch because he's got that +1 in agility. Will basically square him away. There is a wizard in hand for the High Elf team, so he might think about using it here. Just think about it. But with 2 loner players right there to follow up, it might not be a good idea. Whoa, look at this. He's going to move over. Going to get the catcher out there. And yes, he will make the pass. Looks like it's a 2+ pass into a 3+ catch. And OMG. There you go. Doesn't want to get the catcher any more fouls on his way. Opens up the catcher. Comes around the left side and gets that quick little TD. And Enarion doesn't surprise too many people, but definitely he does score 1-0. And now the High Elf team, what's his plan now that the Wood Elf team is going to score? Will he slow it down? Will he just go and get into a touchdown fight? We're about to see. This could get into a high-scoring match between these two. Both of these guys, very dangerous, very accomplished passers on both sides, and accomplished catchers as well. But again, rain on the pitch. The High Elf team might not get as lucky with the rolls, because the nice thing about the Wood Elf team is that they do have that +1 in agility, man. And so he was able to do a lot of things with the 2+ instead of a 3+. Not that it really made too much of a difference, because I thought I saw lots of 3s and 5s on the die rolls, but definitely in the long run, this should come back to bite somebody in the butt. Pouring rain is not very good, especially for the Elves with high-flying offenses, as you can see. But so far, so good. First couple of turns for Enarion, 1-0. He'll take it. Looks like he's going to get a nice little kickoff return. Yes, the ball will stop in the air. While that happens, brilliant coaching is going to be the call, and it appears that it will go the way of the High Elf team. So Loads more rerolls going away at the high elf team, but honestly, probably don't need it for today's match. Loads of guys, they do have the dodge ability and also the block as well. So not too many guys are going to get nuffled, and honestly, he probably shouldn't do much with these loner guys except for giving assists everywhere you go. You probably don't want to do any real hits with these guys. You just want to give assist and maybe put them in spots where your other guys wouldn't go, like in front of this tree or something like that. It looks like he's going to get that hit in, sidestep. And he's going to sidestep into the sideline. And it looks like he's going to get KO'd. A nice hit here, high elf team. That's why you take the tackle star player with the 4 strength. Get those big hits in. And hopefully be able to take some more wood elf teams out. Does still have the wizard in hand. Does still have the bribe. And so if I was the high elf team, I would definitely look to bribe as much as possible. Not bribe as much as possible, but foul as much as possible until the bribe is going to be used, and then maybe you stop. I think you'd still keep going. Maybe get rid of one of these loner guys. Wood elves are probably not going to do too much hittings here. Take root, and going to get the pro failure, and that is it, unfortunately. And 50% did not go through this time and will not have his tree for the rest of the round. That's going to be another win for the high elf team. Doesn't even really need to get away from melee range of this tree, but wood elf team will use the war dancer. Going to get him close to the tree, but unfortunately he's already moved, so he's not going to get hit by him. And nice little hit, and he will break armor. KO for himself, and the numbers advantage is going to be equalized by that one little hit. So good stuff by the wood elf team. And if I was the wood elf team, definitely the way you go now is just maybe concentrate on the loner players or even the dirty players and try to blitz those guys down and maybe be able to break armor. Does still have a war dancer here with that strip ball, and at any moment we could see the war dancer jump into the backfield, and that's kind of what I'm saying. It's not like Enarion just goes balls to the walls and hits you every moment he gets. He kind of calculates and waits and makes sure that he has a follow-up somewhere, somehow, and he usually is able to get to the ball and take it for the touchdown the other way. He just waits for a small positional opening on this cages that his opponents likes to put around him, and then pounce whenever it is opportune. And as you can see, right now is not the opportune time, so he's going to just wait for just a moment. But looks like we might see a little bit of an opening, and this is going to be the favored way to approach a leap dangerous character piece like this, is to go and cage up like this and then put another guy within the cage itself so that the leap jump in there won't be as easy to do. He'll still have to make the 2 red die blocks and not an easy 1 die block dodge in there. So pretty good positioning here by the high elves thus far, but that does mean that a bunch of elves are tied up to just caging, and that does mean, and that does signal that the high elf team is content on holding this ball until possibly round 6 or 7 and then go for the touchdown. This was the possession half of the wood elf team, so even if he doesn't score, that's not a big deal. But at this point, he definitely does, especially against a dangerous coach and in EnarionBB2. It looks like Enarion is not going to wait too much longer. He won't leap in, but he will go and touch up the ball carrier. Just going to be a small little threat. Maybe Nuffle might shine upon him, and he will try to move in his guys. Yeah, he's going to go and get a couple of guys a little bit closer here. Yes, he's going to get 2 guys touching the ball carrier, but this is the nice thing about having this nice little position. He's already got a guy that can do the hit. He just needs to get another guy here to make sure that the sidestep is going to be pushed away from the ball carrier, and then put a guy here, put a guy here, and then the sidestepper is not a big deal whatsoever. So not too bad. And honestly, even if he does get a little bit stuck in, no biggie. He can just dodge away. He's got 4 agility. 1 die blitz is going to be used. Looks like he's going to try to open up the space here on the right side. Both down die, and that's finally going to be able to get down that thrower. Going to get the stun to boot. and that will open things up tremendously, and the High Elves should be able to get a nice little escort here along the right side. Handoff here to the Blodge Elven Blitzer, and he's going to move away. He's going to dodge away from the tree. Don't care about all of that noise, and he will be able to move up. Handoff here, look at that, and doesn't want to use the star player for that. He's just going to go and move up here, but I don't think that's going to be enough to stop Enarion from blitzing the ball carrier, to be honest. And I think that's going to open up some chances here for the Wood Elf team. We'll see if this is going to be the case. He does have a couple of guys there. Ooh, going to be a 2-die skulls, and unfortunately that will mean he's going to use another reroll, and just going to be a push here. So the thought was to maybe get his guy around and maybe be able to get a blitz off over the top. And ooh, +1 agility, sure feet, will be able to get one guy there. And ooh, this War Dancer now is looking more and more dangerous. Looks like he will get that piece assist blocked away. He will get the leap in, I think. No, he's not going to do the leap. He's just going to go and play it solid for the time being. Why risk it here? No real danger as of yet. And he's just going to try to blitz. Unfortunately, it doesn't get him down, though. But he will be able to go and touch the ball carrier right then and there. And here we go. Star player with the tackle ability will just get pushed, but I believe that's all he's needed. The lineman just wanted to be free to maybe get even more escorts up the pitch. He should be able to get yet another cage going, but War Dancers are buzzing around like bugs around a corpse. And here we go, Blodge, High Elf. He's just going to move him up. This does still afford some chances here for the Wood Elf team to maybe be able to capitalize and turn it the other way. This is the nice thing about playing Wood Elves. They can get a little bit aggressive and doesn't really pay for it too much because lots of high movement allowance for both of his catchers here. Look, this guy here with 8 movement allowance, he's already in range for the touchdown. No problem. She's going to stop that. Back-to-back 1 dodge. And that was the last piece. And probably just want to get in... Just get another little screen here against the War Dancer from getting a little bit too much out of it. We get a nice hit here, and that's going to open things up. Big injury here on the Blodge lineman, and an Apothecary will be used. It's going to be an MNG on that, and that's going to be too bad. Won't get his guy back, and so that's going to be -1 lineman with Blodge ability. But no problem, High Elves has a lot of guys to come in. Not a lot of guys, but did have a couple of extra guys due to having the star players jumping in. So he will still be okay numbers-wise, but skill-wise, he's down yet another guy that could possibly do something about this. Here we go. He's going to give the assist. 2-die block. Loads of dodges through a couple of tackle zones, but no big deal. He will get the 1-die block. Will get that push. And will get that hit in. I mean, the defender stumbles, and he does have tackle. Ball is going to fly out in a very good spot here for the Wood Elf team. +1 in agility, man. Going to stand up. Going to get right there. Will he get to it? No, he won't. Going to fail the GFI, but no problem. He's got the reroll. He's got the pickup. He's got the sure hands. He will get the toss here. Got the Stargazer. He's going to give it to the other catcher who makes it and breaks it here towards the end zone. No need to score it as of yet. And that, my friends, is that High Elves being a little bit too blasé at the end. Not enough protection around his ball carrier. I'm very surprised at that. Because in the beginning he said, okay, look, I got a 4-point cage with another guy in the center, and look how solid I'm playing you. But then at the end he was like, oh, I'm gonna put up screens now against your guys, and that's not really good enough against War Dancers with leap and dodge and 4 agility. I mean, it's just, he got there so easily, it felt. And here comes the foul. He cannot prevent this touchdown, and that's 2 touchdowns in the possession half for this Wood Elf team. Now, the thing about scoring twice on your own possession, though, means that it's not quite over yet, because the High Elf possession half is going to be in the second half, and if you do score it quickly, it'll be 2-1, and then if you yourself also get snuffled, well, it can easily become 2-2, and then it could be pushed into playoffs. So This is not over yet, even though it is 2-0 at this point. But one more touchdown, one more nuffling here, then the High Elves are going to be in trouble. Just absolutely some poor positioning done by this High Elf team. By the end, just wants to put up some screens, but catcher able to just jump into the backfield. I mean, 3+ dodges, 2 pluses. I mean, you name it. And honestly, I'd do it. And Wood Elf team, Enarion, it's like he doesn't know me, man. It's like he doesn't know you. Catcher's going to be pretty much forced to get that touchdown there at the 2-0 here for the Wood Elf team. And the KO Wood Elf will come back. Injury though for the High Elves, and he will get his KO personnel back. And I don't know if there's any babes on the pitch, but so far so bad. High Elf team, 2-star players, Wizard and Bribe, all this partridge in the pear tree. It almost doesn't even matter. Hell, he hasn't really used any of this stuff so far. He's gotten a couple of fouls in, but fortunately for the Wood Elf team, has not come through big for this High Elf team as of yet. But still, we have another half of Blood Bowl. Still a couple turns left for the High Elf team, so he could score it here at the end of the first half, make it 2-1, and then on his possession half, make it squared 2-2. So, as I said, even though the Wood Elf team is up 2-0, it is not over yet for this High Elf team. He still has plenty of chances. But if he does get one more nuffling, and the Wood Elf team somehow manages to get another score, 3-0, then that, my friends, is all but over. Both teams are going to get a re-roll, and that's going to be pretty nice here for nobody because it's already near the end of the half. So the re-rolls are moot. Wood Elves going to have to play a little defense here. Guard against a 2-turn touchdown. And a big injury. Avith Airbender, and that's going to be a catcher. And he's not going to use the apothecary there. He's going to be content on letting that catcher with the block ability go. And that's okay. He still has the more dangerous catchers on the field, so he's fine with that. Pretty much feeling at this point, a good thing he didn't blitz the other catcher. And there we go. Ball's going to go down, and he's going to get a small little compliment to go up there. But since he is playing against a very dodgy Wood Elf team, this should be stopped fairly easily. Should be able to get a War Dancer at least jumping in there to make the hit. Yes, he's going to get his guys up there. Going to square away the cage on the left and right side. If he was playing against maybe a Agility 2 team or Agility 3 team, this would be a little bit more difficult to stop. But since this is going to be a Wood Elf team with those War Dancers, this isn't too bad at all. And hell, even Strip Ball Man with the sidestep, he can easily leap in. Take away a couple of those assists there. None of those guys have guard, so no problem. Should be able to get a 1-dive blitz in with the strip ball. In the very least. Nice thing about High Elves with the catchers, they do have that 3 strength, but armor value 7 instead of 8 for his guys. And there we go. He doesn't even need to leap in. He will just jump through into the dodge for the 4+ and get the 1-dive block, get the push. That's good enough because he does have strip ball. It's going to push him in a great spot here, and he needs a good scatter. And that's going to be a okay scatter. Plus one agility man is right there. Take root yet again. Pro reroll, and it's going to reroll into yet another take root. So extremely bad luck, but that's okay, I guess. He's going to get the +1 in agility man to pick this up against 3 tackle zones, and I believe that's a -3, -4 to pick up. And with the +1, that's -3, so 2, 3, 4. So a 4+ pickup here, 5+ pickup, yeah. With the sure hands, made it to about a 45% chance to pick that up, but unfortunately, not going to get it there. And won't be able to turn this around for yet another touchdown, but that does mean that he's going to be standing there base to base against a couple of High Elves that are a little bit angry with the Wood Elves. He does still have a chance at making his own touchdown, so it's not over yet. Oh boy, and just a push there, so the thrower is still going to be marking the ball. Does the blitz left though, High Elves do, so he's going to be okay. And this is the guy without the sidestep, so not a big deal. Should get him down. Dodge. Should be able to get a blitz in somewhere. Oh, okay. And time is actually running out here. High Elves actually thinking long and very hard. So here comes the blitz. It's going to be a frenzy blitz even. And dodge is going to save everything. And, boy, actually ran out of time there. I don't even think he even had a chance to try to get the pickup. And that will be it. 2-0. Coldy goes in. Oh man, he's going to be left standing in the cold, especially after this rain. What he really needs for this rain to let up here. If it doesn't, then 3+ pickups and 3+ catches, not ideal for your team. And at this point, the High Elf team does need to score it fairly quickly so that he'll have a shot at winning the ball game, or at least tying it for him, for his guys. So the High Elves, we're definitely going to see a quick score here. We're probably not going to see a T-turn touchdown, but he will definitely get his guys back there to threaten the score fairly quickly and then get that TD. He's more than likely not going to hold the ball for long, at least. But we'll see. I mean, High Elves now has to play aggressively. Needs to just go for it. And still, he has the wizard in hand. He still has the bribe, so he makes his touchdown right here. Gets a 2-1, and then use the wizard. Try to get the ball out, and then just go balls out and try to get the touchdown. It's not over yet. It does look a little bit bad, but he still has a chance. Just cannot get knuffled anymore. He needs his rolls to go through. He cannot get 1-9, or he can't get any less than what he has been so far. And we'll go here, left side. Big old screen, I guess, for his guys. And we'll finally get the pickup roll. 5+ on there. He's going to drop back here to pass. This is huge. He's got that strong arm, and so he could throw a extra little bit and no penalty on the throw. But that's pretty much the same as having +1 in agility, but still, it's not exactly +1 in agility, right? It's just for the throw. Wood Elves. As you can see, lots of High Elves taking the flies down the pitch, and obviously you can't go and cover everybody, although the Wood Elf team will definitely try to do so. Nice little KO, and that's going to be one less receiver to worry about, and so he's going to touch this guy, going to touch that guy, and make it to where this touchdown incoming will be just a little bit more difficult. Obviously, you do also want to go and pressure that ball carrier. You don't want to let him have too much. And when you're pressuring a Elven team, you want to pressure by going down the center. You don't want to go down the left side or anything like that, because they can outposition you with that mighty movement allowance that they all pretty much have. So you want to stay in the center, like the Wood Elf team is doing right there. Doing just enough to pressure him. Wood Elves move in there, gonna dodge your way. Perfect spot. We'll be able to get another touch here. So any touches now, it's gonna be a 4+ on the pass, and then if they're against 2 tackles though, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. And this is all really because of the rain. So he leaves the loner guy wide open because he's not afraid of the loner doing a catch. Because a 3+ catch against a loner reroll, I don't know about that. And so Wood Elves are fine with just leaving him all by his lonesome. Loners are so lonesome. Go for a roll fail. We'll use up the reroll on this half. And the blitz here is going to get stopped here by the tree. Tremendous stop. 1-36, and will stop him. And so ball carrier, has his skirt around his knees, and now he might get blitzed for his troubles. Wood Elf team does have a shot now. Can get the blitz off, and he doesn't have dodge, he doesn't have blocks, and so this is a very high percentage for a 2-die block to go good for the Wood Elf team. And he's just going to start off with the normal blocks first. 2-die blocks all the way around. You still want to play solid here, even though the 2-die blitz is very easily and conveniently there for your guys. You don't want to do it too quickly. And there we go. Tackle blitz. He doesn't even need the tackle. Mighty blow though. He needs that. Just gonna be a push though. Oh, he needed at least a down die. Anything block. Defender down, defender stumbles, and the high elf. Oh, star player absolutely lucks out there. Oh my gosh. Just a bunch of skulls and pushes there, and oh man, that could not have gone any worse for the Wood Elf team. In fact, pretty much had thought that he was going to get the ball, and that's a huge percentage that he was going to get that ball out. In fact, I do believe what oh man, I forget the percentages at this point, but suffice to say, it is a very high percentage chance that that ball should have gotten popped out, whether it be a bolt down, defender stumbles, or a defender down die. And that all would have been good enough. But now the high elves will be able to answer. We'll be able to get a blitz to open up a small little hole. Star players should be able to get a 3+, 2+ dodge out of there. And then after that, huck the ball down the pitch for another 2+. Looks like we got a ball carrier right there. So here we go. 3+, 3+, 2+, gets it all with a whole bunch of 6s, and this is going to be a 2+ throw with strong arm. No 3+ throw into a 3+ catch. He gets everything. More 6s and 5s on the dice, and the high elves survive. Oh boy! Oh man! Luckily, the 2-die blitz did not work out well for the Wood Elves, and the high elves did indeed get to score it right there, and he's okay now. The wizard is gonna definitely be used at this point for the high elves, and the Wood Elf team needs to watch out. Will the Wood Elf team maybe go for a one-turn touchdown to avoid everything, so that he doesn't have to worry about the wizard zapping his guy down? But we'll see. Maybe Enarion just maybe wants to bait out the wizard at this point. We'll see. High Elves going to be setting up. It's not over yet with the wizard in hand, and still a bribe. He still hasn't really gotten some good fouls in as of yet. But again, this might be the opportunity to do so. Right here. Nice little kick. Will be a riot. Oh, both teams are going to lose a turn, and that's great for Enarion. That's one less turn to worry about in the long run. And so Wood Elves, if he scores it, then he'll definitely be in the driver's seat. If he goes up 3-1, it'll be a lot more difficult, and depending on how many turns are left for this high elf team, this could be it. He is looking like he's not going to go for the one turn, and so the high elves are definitely going to use the wizard. And pretty much no matter where the Wood Elf is going to move, he is more than likely going to use that wizard and blitz the backfield ASAP, especially if there's going to be any holes left to go through. And honestly, he could just blitz through. Ooh, skulls on that dice. Boy, Enarion absolutely getting nuffled left and right, but so far okay-ish. But high elves also have their fair share, so it's not like it's been all going downhill for the Wood Elves, though. He will go and pick up that ball with the +1 agility, man. Get that toss to Galadier, or pass by Galadier. Get the catch here, and again, I'm so surprised that this high-flying offense is still being preceded. I know it's 2+ throw, but it's still a 3+ catch, and he's just feeling immune to the rain. Luckily, the rolls have been all right. High elves are just waiting for a flubbed catch. And hell, he even did that pass even in the rain after he got double skulled. So there was no reroll on that catch. I mean, this is the guy without catch. He's a level 1 thrower. So what in the world is all that about? But I guess no problem. High elves would have been a little bit out of position anyways. It would have been quite a stretch to get to the backfield. But still, now you have to try a pickup roll, and you could get nuffled. I mean, leaving things to a little bit too much chances here, but small chances, but chance nonetheless. Nuffle could definitely nuffle you. I've seen it. Loners for the high elves. Oh boy, I was about to say, so far they've been doing pretty good. Not been failing too many things, and there we go. He will fail that right there. Actually, he made the tougher of the 2 dodges, but fails the 2+ dodge. So he will get himself stunned for it. and that does mean that will end everything. Luckily though, the High Elves has a small bit of time here. Ooh, gonna fail the root, and how many times this tree's gonna take root, but luckily this time Pro does activate, and this time the reroll is successful. Before he failed the Pro reroll, and then the next time he actually got the Pro reroll, but got a back-to-back one. And then now he finally gets a 6 to save everything. What Elf team, man. Living on the edge, the seat of his pants. It's always exciting to watch this gameplay here by this Wood Elf team. Heck, any Wood Elf team, honestly, but boy, even more so when a very practiced hand comes in and is able to control the offense like this. Here we go. He's going to go back here, and looks like it's going to be another little neat pass, but it appears that it will be a failed dodge. And is this guy open to attack? And he might be just open enough. So will the wizard be used right here? I don't know. Yes, he will use it. Oh, yes. And it is successful. Ball is going to land in a great spot. Actually scattered towards the High Elves, and so beautiful spot. He'll be able to take advantage, move his guys up, possibly be able to screen out a couple of Wood Elves, get the blitz out, and be able to pick that ball up. And at this point, just needs to survive one blitz, and one blitz only. Looks like he will use the blitz instead on the lineman, but I almost feel like maybe should have used it on the War Dancer or something like that. But at the same time, it's fine. Probably should have been okay either way. We'll get the strong arm man in. This is going to be the guy going to jump through and get there. Yes, he will make all the dodges. No reroll necessary. Going to go and try for that pickup roll. 1 in 9 chance of failing this. And he's got it here. Ball is going to get picked up. He's got the rock. Wood Elves, though, they still have a chance. War Dancer is in range. He's going to try with some sort of hope to get there and be able to move in and block this. Look, he's actually got Frenzy on that lineman there, or the blitzer, and the War Dancer, he's in range, and this guy's already providing an assist, and this guy doesn't have guards, so should be able to touch him with yet another guy. And here we go. Pro reroll after getting a bit nuffled there, and luckily, boy, you talk about Pro. This tree has been absolutely saved many a times by that Pro roll. You asked me how good Pro is. Pretty darn good here, if you asked me. Pretty darn. He will get the sure feet in there. Did fail it, but no problem. Sure feet will save it. Here comes the blitz here for the 2-die block with the tackle and mighty blow. We'll get the defender stumbles. That's good enough. Ball's going to fly out. We'll be following up along as well. +1 in agility, man. Oh, he's going to be able to scoop that up. No problem. He's got loads of outlet receivers. High Elves are a little bit out of position here. He's going to get in there a little bit. Ooh, he's going to fail to go for a roll. But he got the re-roll. He's going to get it. This is going to be a 3+ pass into a 3+ catch. It's a little bit more difficult to calculate with the rain, but yes, 3+ into a 3+. He gets it there, and he's off to the races. Nobody near him, and he will actually be able to stall yet another turn. And that, my friends, is that Wood Elf team. He's gonna be going on. Oh man, High Elves can do nothing but watch in horror as it all just slips just ever so lightly away. Oh man, all too easy here. All too easy. And you can blame Nuffle all you want, ladies and gentlemen, but there, as I pointed out in the first half, at the end had a chance to score it and didn't continue to cage up for his Elves, and pretty much almost let himself get himself pretty much let himself get blitzed there at the end. And also at the end, time management has to be said as well. I mean, how many times have I heard so far that the time has been ticking out for this High Elf team, thinking a little bit too long on what to do against Enarion, and that kind of speaks of a little bit of indecision, a little bit of perhaps inexperience in a way. I don't know for sure. I wasn't there to see, but all I could do is just kind of think maybe what happened during all of this. And so with lots of time taken out of everything. Wood Elf team was able to kind of slip away there at the end of the first half without even the High Elf team even attempting to make a touchdown try at the end, and that was extremely unfortunate. Only thing now that could save the High Elf team is going to be a riot on the kickoff to get another turn, and then when he kicks off again after scoring it, hope for yet another riot or something. But it appears that the ball is just going to be, the kickoff is going to be a high kick, and that will pretty much end things. Even if the High Elf team does score one turner, that is it. Wood Elf team, all he needs to do now is just hang back in his 16th turn. Hell, he can pick up the ball and just go over here and then cage up like a crazy wild madman, and there's nothing that the High Elf team can do. So that's it. You score here, 3 to possibly 1. Could be 3 to 2 at the end though. High Elves could actually try for a one-turner, but it looks like he's not doing that at all. So he's just going to get some hits in. Probably going to try to help the next guy out, which I believe is going to be Jimmy Fantastic's Chaos team, awaiting the winner of this contest right here. Oh man. Boy, this contest looked so tantalizingly close for the High Elf team, and we're going to go back real quick to that moment in the end of the first half, but the bribe never really being used as well. Not as many fouls caused on the Wood Elf bodies. Sometimes targeting specific targets isn't always the way. Sometimes you just need to target anybody for the Wood Elf fouls, and eventually the numbers should be able to add up. Big hit by the tree. Whoa, take him down. Boy, he's gotten saved so many times by that pro. I mean, sure, not saved, but he's gotten a lot of extra rerolls because of that pro. Failed that first take route, but then he passes it, but got back-to-back 1, and then he passes it with a 6, and then the pro reroll on the 3-die block that actually was extremely bad, got 2 skulls and a both down die, was able to reroll that. Oh boy, that's really nice, because otherwise that tree probably would have went down. War Dancer's actually going to get the MVP, and he's going to get to level 6, and Loner player gets the MVP, and that pretty much caps off how this game went for the High Elf team. Pretty much could not catch a break. But again, honestly, we'll take a quick look once again at the end of the first half, where possibly the High Elf team could have scored it there. Went a little bit too quickly there. I was not expecting the High Elf team to not even make the attempt, but we're just going to go back to the 7th, 8th turn real quick. Make a little quick analysis at the end. Announcer warm up. Hey, I'm already warmed up. I'm already warmed up, guys. Gonna go and wait and see. Star players. Ooh, a star player. Yeah, I'm playing. I played some. I played a little bit of Blood Bowl, guys, on the computadora. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the 7th and 8th round here at the end. And let's just take it a little bit slow here. Don't want to go too fast. Okay, here we go. Let's take it away. Okay, so here we go. War Dancer's going to make that blitz here. Going to get the defender stumbles. That's all he needs to get that ball out. And we'll be able to get that hit in. And as you can see, ball's going to pop out. And it's in a good spot for the Wood Elf team to pick it up himself. High Elves will be able to get a chance at it, though. Actually, this is going to be the touchdown, so I do believe here that was not it. There we go. Not it. There we go. And as you see, you can actually hear it already. Time ticking down. Ball's going to be right there. 8th turn coming up. Wood Elves. He does enough here. I can't blame. This is good enough. I mean, this is the best he can do, honestly. So you can't blame him for the formation. Dodges it there, makes him miss the go for it roll, so he's gonna spend the reroll there. But he does have the strip ball. All he needs is a push. Can't roll a skull though, but no problem. He doesn't. The ball is gonna fall out. Lands in a great spot for the High Elf team. Quite possibly an one of the better spots. I think it would have been okay here as well. There's the pro take route. Pass fail. Alright, so it's going to be against 3 tackle zones. And the Wood Elf team is going to try for the pickup roll. About a 50% chance to pick that up with the 5+ with the pickup re-roll. 45% chance. And the Wood Elves are going to try their best to tie up as many High Elves as they can. And then sure hands pick up. No go on that 50% almost. And it's going to get dropped right there. But as you see, here we're going to pause it up as soon as that turnover thing goes away. And then the turn 8 goes away. And there you go. He's going to go and move up here with this guy to just mark the ball yet again. But he is thinking about, okay, he needs to get this 2-die block and then get another 2-die block and then get the pass off. The best person to actually go for it is this guy. So he should stick him here to the back of the end zone. And he's got a block here, so he should be able to push him away from the ball. And then he has another block here to get this guy away from the ball. And then after that, heck, even the star player is right there. So I'm not even sure what all the thinking was about. He's even got another guy over here. So if the hit here is not good, then he's still got another hit right there. I mean, and then he's still got another blitz here. I mean, if anything, maybe get hit. I mean, he's got plenty of opportunities. I mean, I immediately see everything at this point. Here comes the 2-die block. He gets the push. He gets him right there. Pushes him over here, and then he's still got yet another 2-die block if he wants. But why do it? Here's another 2-die block that he has, and here it is right there. Does he get the blitz in? He needs to get a blitz at least, right? I mean, at this point, he's like, ooh, should I jump here and do it? I mean, I don't know. There we go. He's going to move the star player right there. And he doesn't even do the... I mean, like, he does the support. He doesn't even need to do this hit, to be honest. Oh, and there we go. The time has already taken him down. He's going to get the hit in, get the push here, and I don't know what he's going for right there. I think he wanted to do a push combination, maybe, but he finally gets him out the way. But now what? Now he's run out of time. He absolutely just runs, plain runs out of time. Dead Elves, everybody wins. You're right about that, it's the scum. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He basically runs out of time, in which, I mean, I easily saw the combination. I mean, sure, he might have to do some risk, but at the same time, that's what Elves are all about, risk. He should just, in the end, he should probably just go and just, at this point right here. I mean, he got that block here, okay? Got the plus, got that one here, and then he's thinking, oh boy, I want to get this guy out the way. And there's no real help here on this left side, and I want to pick it up with my star player to maybe throw the ball. You should make this dodge first, clear that up, right? And then after that, just make this block here, and then if that's no good, then F it. You hit him here. Well, actually, you do the hit here first, and then after that, get this hit in right there. And then if that's not good enough, then you just make the dodge, pick it up, make the throw, 3+ throw into 3+ catch, and probably going to be a 3+ dodge as well, but plenty of re-rolls as well, so why not? Ugh. Why not? Well, anyways, that will end it here. Quit the replay as we're going to go and check out the brackets real quick for the Cabal Vision Champions Cup. Nice to see there. Hawkings is going to get down. And my predictions are okay, guys. 3-1 is going to be the call for Saviours of Athel, Loren. Enarion taking on Chaos Team. Jimmy Fantastic. What a game that's going to be. Stick with me some more for all of the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs replays right here. If you guys want to catch some more on YouTube, you can definitely do that as well. You can follow me, subscribe, definitely do that. It does help me out in the long run, because more Blood Bowl videos, more role-playing games, and strategy games to come on this channel. Thanks for watching. Oh man, that is it. This is becoming a what could go wrong for the High Elves game? The answer was yes. You're right about that, Scum. You're right about that. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys next time. We're gonna see more rats, lizards, dark elves, and the dwarves right here